on, guys? What's happening? Let's turn down Spotify a little bit. So we got it quiet in the background. What's happening, guys? We're looking through comic books today. This is a brand new thing I'm doing. I need to make sure my stream sounds good. Hold on. Let me pull this up on my phone. It's really showing up. It's really here. Hold on. There we go. Now that should be better. That should be better. That should sound better. Hold on, guys. That should sound better. Hold on, guys. There we go. Awesome. All right, I'll set that down there. Yeah, so we're just gonna be sitting through. This is kind of a new thing. I've been working on this past couple days. That'd be pretty cool to just let me move this over here for now. That'd be pretty cool to just kind of go over. Ooh. What did that show? Oh, that didn't show anything. No, you can't even read that. They were fine. That was just my Discord popping up. Let me put this back. So I've been looking through all my comic books recently, and I've been cataloging all of them. I've been cataloging all of them very slowly over the course of the past couple of days. So I've been looking through. I've been looking through them very slowly and have found that I have quite a few that are pretty crazy. So, also I need to check on the goat. I need to check on the goat, the Galve goat. Is it burned? Is it still there? It's still there. That's shocking. That's shocking. The goat's still there. The Galve goat's this massive, like, what is it would be? It'd be this like massive like goat in Sweden that's made of hay, and it's normally burned down every year by arsonists, and I think it's only survived like 12 times till the end of the year. Which is pretty sad, to be honest. Let me. So I've been putting my comic books into a database. Let me sign it and get it pulled up. All right, I just left off looking through all of my smaller titles, or all of my, so I went through all my Spider-Man comics. I went through all my miscellaneous Marvel comic books I have that aren't like any particular they're not any particular like superhero. They're either like one issue of like the RoboCop 2 movie adaptation, or like a issue of Kazar, or I think there was an issue of Transformers. Finished Thor. I finished let's see here. All the Punisher comics I have, all the Captain America comics I have, all of the Fantastic Four, X-Men, Wolverine comics I have. And now I think I'm on to the last bit of Marvel comics. Let me grab those. And I have no idea where all my Valiant comics went. They all kind of like disappeared while I was sorting all of these. This whole stack here is what we're going to be focusing on in this stream. I don't know how much we're going to get through, but these are all just miscellaneous Marvel I don't know if you can read that. This is miscellaneous Marvel superheroes. So these are all just miscellaneous superhero ones that like I only have like one issue of, and then I'm gonna be getting that and cataloging it, putting it into excuse me, my database that I've been making, and then eventually I'm gonna make my own sort of shelf for it. So I already did miscellaneous Marvel that is not superheroes. I'm going to add all my Star Wars comics in at a later date. Actually, I could do that right now, too. No, I'll do that later. I'll do it later. Because I want to have different sections for Indiana Jones and Star Wars. But yeah, so what I've been doing is, so I get the comic, I look at it, I see, okay, that's Power Pack number 6. I should put it up on this one. Power Pack number 6. So I get my roll of tape. I have no idea which. This is the one that's dead or not. And I write, I'll do P, and this is the new Sharpie that I got. PWR, PK for Power Pack, the number sign, and then do 0, 1. So Power Pack 01. Get a pair of scissors, cut it off, put it onto the comic book bag, and then look at the comic book itself. And there's a number of things that I'm looking for. Condition. This is a newsstand variant or a newsstand edition, so that's the other thing I write down. I have a graph that I use to get the percentage of newsstand, like the overall population of like for the year it came out, whether or not like the majority of these issues are newsstand or if they're something else. But this is just Power Pack. There's no subtitle for it. Let's see here. Oh man, that's a crazy first page. Yeah, so this would be Power Pack Volume 1, Number 6, 1985, January. So this will just be Power Pack. I'd say it's pretty mint based off my standards. Volume 1, issue, what did I say, 6? And that's January of 1985. And it is a newsstand edition. So the newsstand, because it's 1985, 48% of, roughly 48% of these comic books are newsstand, and 52% of these are direct edition. So this is a, well, hold on. You know what? There's a little bit of miscoloring down there. I didn't notice that. I'll put it as fair. I'll be conservative about it. And then I put the what just happened? I put the price, which is 60, and there's no cent sign on a keyboard, which is stupid. And we'll write 60 cents. And there we go. Does my mic sound good, guys? Hello, hello, hello. No, my mic sounds great. My mic sounds fine. Turn that off. All right. Okay, so we have everything now except for the average price of this year. And I even have one here that has no data. I couldn't find RoboCop. RoboCop 2 movie adaptation. That's what the, no. Great. No, oh my god, what is happening? There, okay. Yeah, I don't have. There's no price information on that. So hold on. Let me pull this up here. Make sure it's not going to show anything that's. Yeah, it will show some stuff that I don't want to be in there. Hold on. Um. Give me a second, guys. This isn't showing up on here, is it? No. Good. Yeah, no, that's fine now. All right. Sorry, there was just a couple bookmarked websites that I did not want to show up on stream just for reasons. All right. Now I pull up price charting and we do power pack. I know price charting isn't the best one to use for this. If you guys know of a better one, I'd love to know it. We just roll it with power pack number 6. Oh, I type in 8. And we find power pack number 6. This is the newsstand edition, so it's $2. Then we grab the link. And we toss a link in. And we say that it was published by Marvel. And then we write the identification number of PWR space PK number 01. Or no, there's no spaces normally between these, so I'll get rid of that and add this. So PWRPK, which is power pack, and then put it back in the bag. I shared a link to the stream, and one of my friends, in a group chat with my friends, and they said "Nerd Alert, LOL." I'm gonna put them on blast and say that they are just about as a nerd as I am. So, Gavin, if you ever watch this back in the future, you're a nerd. Everyone laugh at Gavin, please. Thank you. Oh, and I want to put this upside down because I want them to be in the same order, if I can, as the database. All right, I told Gavin to call me, and we'll discuss things. All right, I have no idea what this one is. This is contains explicit content. Oh man, Fury My War Gone By, Bay of Pigs Direct Edition. All right, so we're gonna do we'll do an F for Nick Fury, and we'll say number 01. This is Marvel. Obviously, that's Marvel, yeah. Is it Marvel? Yeah, Marvel, yeah. Okay. Wanted to make sure it wasn't a different writer. So we'll say Fury, this Fury My War Gone By. Bay of Pigs. I don't remember buying this one. I think I bought this in a blind bag at one point. We'll say it's mint. I can already tell. But I have no idea what issue, what year, what month. Gavin just said he spent an hour looking at PlayStation's holiday sale, and he's very nerdy right now. So call me, we can chat on stream. See if Gavin wants to get in here. Do we even have... I don't have Discord set up. Discord voice meter. I think that'll work. We'll set that up in case he wants to join. Bring that a little bit down. He says he's busy. Oh, what a loser. What a little loser. Alright. Anyways, guys. Alright. Fury in my war gone by. Let's see. I have no idea what issue this is either. Alright, good. No crazy explicit content yet. It doesn't say. Oh, number 6. Here we go. $3.99 direct edition. Doesn't say what volume though, so we're gonna have to do some research. What is even? Hold on. What is even the explicit content from here? Is it just swearing? Oh no, that's not just swearing. Oh man. Yeah, I can see how this is. Yeah, I can see how this is. Oh my! What in the what? Yeah, I can see how this is. Ooh, that's dark. All right. Well, again, I didn't explicitly buy this. This was from a blind box that I bought a while ago. But anyways, so we'll do. Let's put this on here for. What am I doing? Putting that on there first. I don't know what volume this is, but this is again number 6, and it doesn't even say the year either. There's no year on it. Why the heck is there no year on it? Is it on the back page, maybe? Oh, here we go. Fury Max. Number 6. November 2012. I don't have OBS pulled up. Alright, and then this is the direct edition, yeah? Yeah. And I have no data because newsstands don't exist anymore. This is $3.99. Average price today. What was this? Was Fury Max number 6. Yeah, here you go. Fury Max, my war gone by. Yep. No, now it's bringing up Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Number 6, let's see. No. Nothing. Alright. Let me search it up on here then. See if I can find it. Fury Max Comics. Number 6. I just want to see what it's called, what volume it is. I'd say in 2002. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Fury Max 2011. 2011? No, that's 2012. Yeah, that's the right one. No, it doesn't say a volume. It looks like a mini series. Yeah, 13 issue comic book limited series. Yes, yep. So this is number one. This should be volume one. So we know that for sure now. But I have no idea. Yeah, it is Fury My War Gone By. This is it, but I don't know the price. Like, that's super strange that it's not showing up. Alright, I'll have to see if I can find it elsewhere. Give me a second. You guys have a good Christmas? I mean, it's good that someone's selling on eBay for $5. This one says that it's $20. Oh no, this one says no, the issue one's worth $20, which is good. I had like another $4 from eBay. Hardcover's $2,000 on eBay on Amazon. The heck. Yeah, the only one on price charting is number one. I'm gonna have to put no data on this for now. That's so strange. I can't find anything. It's really odd. Do I think it's worth $1 million? Heck no. Do I think it's worth like $20? Maybe. Depends on what people want to pay for it. It is in pretty good condition, so I'll just put no data, which is really strange. Because normally, like, if I don't find data, sometimes I use what's the website called? I haven't had to use it in a while because I've been able to find data on price charting or other places. Oh yeah, this is the. Sometimes I have to use mycomicshop.com, but even on my comic shop, it wasn't showing up. So I'll look further into it. I don't think it's anything crazy. Number one was like $40, so this is number 6. So I imagine as you go forward, you're gonna have less and less value. Sadly. All right. So then, what did I name this? I named this NF number 1, Nick Fury number 1. So, I messed that up, and this is the wrong thing. Let me restart this. My parents and my sister and I watched the Santa Claus, the first Santa Claus movie, the other day. You know, and I don't know how to feel about it. You know, I've always had mixed feelings about that movie. You know, because you're looking at it. If you look at it from like a weird perspective, like it's just odd that like he like killed Santa Claus in the movie, like the beginning of the movie by accident. That's the same. That's the same bad. Hold on, that's the bad. Put it over here. It was just strange. It's a strange movie. It's a strange movie. I don't know how I feel about it. Why am I? Why am I leaned so far back in the live? Oh no, there we go. Okay. It's a strange movie. Oh, I messed it up again. I didn't put a 0. Oh god. I'm dumb, chat. I'm walking through the street and do. What song is playing? All right, good. All right. I'm hoping to get all the way through these today, and then into doing stuff for Image Comics, or we'll either do Image Comics or random indie comics. Probably Image would be like more interesting for you guys, because my indie comics is like, if I think it looks cool, I'll buy it, and it just kind of results in like a lot of random stuff. The Inhumans number 304. Direct edition. Okay. We'll do INH for Inhumans. Or INHMN. Yeah. Number 01. Marvel. Yeah, but I have like a lot of indie comics. If like something looks cool to me and it's cheap enough, I'll buy it. And that's like the only thing that really holds me back. If it's like affordable and looks cool, I'll buy it. But I think like the thing is, when it comes to this is like a mini series, so we'll go volume 1. I think would be appropriate, and it is direct edition. I think this is a newer comic. I don't know what year. If I was gonna guess based off the logo, either late 90s or like early 2000s. Yeah, and considering it's $2.99, yeah. If it's $2.99, this is gonna be this isn't 90s. This would be like 2011, maybe. Let's see. Took the ad on the back. Yeah, this is early 2000s. A Gene ad, totally. 2000. Yep, I was right. Sweet. Volume 3, number 3. I was wrong about the volume. Dang. 2000. Direct edition. So that's going to be NA. I don't have data for that. And I've used pretty much all the data from the chart, so I should be able to, like, figure that out. Like, by looking through the rest of the spreadsheet. So I don't actually have to pull up the chart, which is nice. But yes, this would be the Inhumans number 3. Let's see here. There it is, 2000. You're looking at direct edition. Yep, $2.60. So we'll just go. Wait a minute. Original price and average price at $12.24. There, and then we just got the link, and then write the tag, put it on the bag, and continue onwards. I'm gonna be doing the same thing with my my vinyl records, but I don't think I'll do that on a live stream. There's just too there's too many of them. Well, not enough. I'm still missing some that I want for my collection, but there's just a lot of them is the problem, and B, when you're looking at this from a like space standpoint, I have my CRT right here. I have everything else on here. I'd have to like get everything off of this table and then like put a stack there, grab one, look at it, go into it, look at it. It's just a lot more like space that I just don't have currently at the time to go through that. Sadly, I wish I did. I just don't. I just have a lot of stuff to look through. So when it comes to that, it's just the sizing of vinyl is a lot larger than comic books. So I think me and Jerry will be working on that soon. Hopefully, that's the plan. INH. Hello. Hello. And we're looking through comic books. Inhumans #3. It's a cool front cover. I wish I had more light over here. I just don't at the time right now. Oh, hold on. I think somebody is here. I will be right back. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Hold on. I apologize. I'm back. I am back. I am back. I am back. I did tell people that I was up here live streaming. All right. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to make a massive shelf for all my comic books. I just don't know how. Well, I know how. I'm gonna go into my barn and make it, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, like, what kind of shape do I go for? Do I want to fit all of the comic books in one spot? Do I want to do it like in tiers? Do I want to make like a magazine rack that you see at like a dentist office? Like, what exactly is the plan? I have no idea. I have no idea. So, next. All right. Morbius. Oh, we have. The next one's going to make me sad after the Morbius one. Because that's in terrible shape. And it's a very old. This is 90s. This is for sure 90s. But it was a very old comic. Very old Hulk comic. It's got to be 70s Hulk comic. That might be one of the oldest comic books I have. Head lube and oil change. What? An ad for Mystic Quest on the Super Nintendo. That's a weird ad. $40? I'd pay $40 for a game right now. Volume 1, number 6, February 1993. Told you, Morbius, the living vampire versus the Basilisk. One threw away the humanity, the other so desperately seeks. Alright, let's go. We'll do the meme. We'll do Morb. Morb number 01. What's by Marvel? This is gonna be Morbius, the living. Oh, I forgot the Morbius, the living vampire. Oop, I can't spell. There versus the Basilisk, exclamation point. It's pretty mint, so we'll say, well, I'm gonna look it over one more time real quick. Hold on. Look this over one more time. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty mint. I see no crazy issue. I see no glaring issues with it. Besides that little tiny smudge right there. It's barely noticeable. I'd say it's good. I'd say it's mint. To my standards, it's mint. Volume 1, what did I say, number 6? February 1993. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got to backtrack a minute. I don't have a month for the previous one. Backtrack. Hold on. Backtrack. I don't have a month for Inhumans. Is there a month for this bad boy? Give me a minute. I don't remember what it was. Was it January? August. Oop, almost put that in backwards. August of 2000. GUSD of 2000. This is the direct edition for the... This is 1993. Let me go 1993. Find all. Grab that data and just copy it down here. Like I said, I've gone through every single year that graph has to offer. So crazy 175. And average price today. I don't know what the average price today would be. Morbius the Living Vampire, number 6. $33. What is this one? Oh my. Oh. That's an interesting cover. Anyways. Wait. Someone graded this in 9.8 and sold it for $90. That's crazy. It's morbing time. All right, $3. $3 on the nose. You'll love to see that. All right, this is Morb number 01. Come on. Get back in the bag. I don't want to damage you. Just get back in the bag. There we go. Ooh. That sticker almost took something off the front. Where's there paper on that sticker? Did it stick to the back of it? Did I rip it? No, it didn't. Okay. I like how there's like paper residue on that tape. I also don't like these comic book backers that have like the cardboard color on the back. I really don't like that. But there's that one. It's pretty cool. Alright. I'm really just hoping. The thing is, part of me wants this this next comic book after this to be worth something. The other part of me doesn't, because of how horrible condition it's in. Because that's the condition I bought it in, because I got it for really cheap. And I figured I need the Hulk comic in my collection. But, like, I don't know what... I don't know if, like, it being mint makes it worth more, it being mint makes it worth less. I have no idea. You know, and 9 times out of 10, I'm buying these comic books from people who know what they're worth. I'm buying them from comic book stores, or I'm buying them from conventions. So, like, I don't think anyone would sell something unless they made a mistake for as cheap as they did for this comic, because I think I paid like $1 for it. But this is pretty crazy. So the Incredible Hulk, number 14, and it was like there's like a crease there. There's like a part of the cover missing. Someone wrote something. There's a stamp right there. There's another like a crease goes from like here to there. It's pretty in rough shape. And then this one goes from like there to there. It's crazy. Just terrible. Just terrible what happened. But let's see. It's the Incredible Hulk. Being beat up by, I don't know who is that? Let's see. Oh man, they wrote their name in this thing too. I'm gonna cover that. Oh, I'll cover the name because I don't know who that is. But look, the entire comic book's coming out of the thing. I'm trying to see the year. Oh my gosh. Wow. Guys, it's volume 1, number 142. Jeez. This is the oldest, August 1971. And this is a this is would be a newsstand. I don't think, but I'm just gonna write like what did I write for the other one? Question mark for, yeah, question mark for that one, because the other one I have that's just old also is that. But let's see, what year was that one? 1967. So 67 is the oldest comic book I have. So this is not beat. This is not beat. Oh, well, hold on. Let me check the thing. Make sure the graph. Make sure there's not something for 1970. I don't remember if there is or not. It'd be in images. It'd be in images. 79. No, there's not. There's not one for 1970. So no. Nope, not 1971 at least. It's way before that. So yeah, this would be newsstand most likely, but I have no idea of knowing. So I'm not gonna even make a guess on that. I'm just gonna leave that slot in this database blank for now. Oh man, gotta be careful with it. It's in rough shape, but it is a very cool cover. Oh, Valkyrie. The Vengeful Valkyrie is back. All right. And the original price for this was 15 cents. Can you believe that? 15 cents. Condition terrible. But again, I didn't pay much for it. I knew it was an old. I knew it was the condition. We'll do HLK for Hulk. Number 01. Number 01. There we go. And then Marvel. And then we're going to get into 2 sealed Daredevil comics here in a minute, which is going to be pretty cool to look at. One sealed, one opened. So, we'll just say, it's a long title, but we'll just do the Incredible Hulk. Valkyrie. Alright, but that's the Incredible Hulk. Number 142. Let's see if I lost out because of condition, guys. Oh! Oh no. Ungraded. Ungraded. $15.69. 4.0 grade 33, 6.0 is 50, 8.0 is 68, 9.2 is 111, and 6.8 is $997 on average. Dang it, dude. Oh, man. Just wish this person to take better care of their comic book. That sucks. That sucks. That's not as much as I lost from the Shrieking Part 1. That was a crazy one. I have a deluxe edition of Spider-Man the Shrieking Part 1. And that one is the wrong edition. First of all, it's water damaged, right? So it's not really going to be worth that much anyways. But if it wasn't water damage and it was the newsstand or not the direct or vice versa, it would have been worth like triple what I paid for it, like $40. But the one I have is like worth like $4, so I missed out on like $36 worth value on that. So, not that I'm really going to be selling these anyways. I buy them to read them. I buy them to have them because they're cool. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, it's just a shame. You know, and plus, just for like, if anything ever happens to this stuff, I can show like an insurance company, hey, here's a catalog of everything. You know, it's just good to have it. And plus, if someone wants to like ask me like, do you have this specific issue of this specific superhero, I can be like, yes, I do. But again, it's just a shame that this Hulk comic is in such rough shape. I mean, someone wrote their name. Oh, my scissors fell apart. Someone wrote their name on the front cover of that, right on the inside. Can you imagine that? It hurts my soul. Who would do so? 1967 Hulk comic. Insane. Insane. I know it was old, but I didn't know it was that old. So, pretty crazy. But yeah, the next two are going to be one sealed Daredevil comic. I can see it right here. One sealed Daredevil comic, and then I have a version of that that's unsealed. And the unsealed version, I'll open it up and show you guys because it's really cool what comes with it. I have no idea if this is the sealed version or not. Let me open it. But the sealed version comes with some pretty cool stuff. It's worth looking out for. This is the sealed one. This is the sealed one. Let me grab the unsealed one. I'll show you guys this. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool what comes with it. So this is a find. This is a find I found open. I didn't open it. I found it open quite a while ago. But this is 64-page annual Daredevil number 9. Like the 9th annual for Daredevil, I believe. Or it's the 9th annual for this volume. I'm not sure. But when you open her up, obviously there's the comic book, but unless it's not in here. Is it not in this one? No, it's not in this one. I'm thinking of a different one. My bad. I read World War... What do you mean by World War Hulk? Oh, the comic book series World... No, I have not read World War Hulk. Hulk. Do you mean the limited series of that? Yeah, normally there's a trading card in here, but apparently I lost that or it didn't come with it. This one's still in like mint condition, like it's just like barely been read or never opened. Volume 1, number 9, 1993. Volume 1, number 9. This is gonna be 1993. Yeah, no, I've not read World War Hulk. No, it's been on my list to read for a while. A lot of these comic books, I either I got them like in bulk for $1 each and haven't had time to read all of them, or I got them. I got like full runs of specific stories I wanted to read, which we'll get into like in a bit. I'm just going through miscellaneous superhero comic books right now, and just putting them into an Excel sheet. But all the obscure stuff is going to be in a bit. I can pull that out in a minute. It's all crazy indie comic stuff. Some of the people I've met, like the creators of the comics, which is pretty cool. Got stuff signed by them at different conventions and whatnot. 1983. Where would that data be at? And I don't have a way to capture this computer. Otherwise, I would. But I'm basically putting in um, a reference number, which I'm creating myself, who published it, the name of the specific comic, and any like tagline. So like, the Incredible Hulk was like, hang on to your hard hats because eventual Valkyrie is back. So I just wrote Valkyrie. So it's a Hulk Valkyrie, so I know that's the specific one. Then the condition, the volume number, issue number, the print month, the print year, and then I think the population percentage between like how many of the specific comic books were printed, um, between like how many are newsstand versions or how many are direct editions and whatnot. Not that it like matters too much for like price and whatnot, but it's still interesting to know. I think there's like a few of them that I got kind of screwed out on because of newsstand. I was just mentioning earlier I have a copy of the deluxe edition of Spider-Man: The Shrieking Part One, and it is a deluxe edition, so it's like the alternate cover art. But it's water damaged because that's how I bought it. Because again, I just got a lot of these for very cheap at conventions. And two, I think it's either the direct edition or the newsstand edition that's worth $40, and it's the opposite. It's the opposite of the one. The one that I have is the other version of the one that I have. So like it's like worth like $3. And that really sucked looking at that. I didn't do that on stream. I don't have that clipped on stream. I've been doing a lot of this off stream, but I figured, I want to get back into streaming more, so figured I'd stream this. I don't normally stream comic book stuff. It's more my friend Chris's jam. But I figured why not? It'd be interesting to look through because again, I don't know how much a lot of these things are worth, so. But yeah. I have the same comic book, this one, sealed right here, so we can look at that. But typically these come with trading cards. I believe it's random. I don't think it's like the same card for each bag. I could be wrong, but there are a couple of these that like have the bag that you got to look out for, because some of these have recreation animation cells from like episodes of Marvel TV series that had come out at that time. And it's really cool because you have, I have one where you open it up and it's like, I believe it's one of my Fantastic Four ones where it's like the Human Torch and like a villain like standing next to each other, and it's really cool to like have those pieces because a lot of the times the comic books are just ripped open, the bags are thrown away, some kid like thumbtacks it to a cork board, and then like the thing gets thrown away by his mom when he moves to college. So having all the little tiny pieces of that's pretty cool. So we'll do DDV. We'll do DDV for Daredevil. Yeah, but having all the little tiny pieces for comic books is pretty awesome. So what's your favorite comic book to read though, man? Monkey Brain, what's your jam? You sit down, you got your favorite drink in your hand, you got a snack. Like, what's your favorite like superhero to read, or like series or whatnot? I could sit down and read Image Comics all day. Depends on the series, but I definitely could. And yeah, this is the one that's just sealed. I don't think I even need to open the bag. That's just still sealed in there. So I can open it up though and show you the back. Maybe it's in there. Yeah, the card's in there. Ooh, I got Devourer, superhero. Nice. But yeah, I don't really need to. It's not opened. I don't really need to pull it out. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same issue. So I already know the year, the price, or the price, which I'll get in a minute. But I don't know. I've not read any comics, but I enjoy comic book videos. Nice. If I was gonna recommend any, I would say the Blade Runner movie adaptations are pretty great. if you've never seen the movie, or even if you have seen the movie. That's pretty cool. Again, I read Image comics mostly, and those can kind of get a little intense with their subject. But I think like those can be pretty cool. Depending. I think I really loved what did I really like? I really loved Olympia. That was great. But again, there was some crazy topics that are in there, kind of deep topics. But I really enjoyed that one. I also have Web of Spider-Man #1 through #5, which is another stack I have down here, which is again a fantastic series. But number one's like I think like a $20 to $30 comic. But there are reprints of it is a thing, so you can get it for cheaper. But that's a pretty cool series. This was the sealed one, yeah, yeah. This is a sealed one. Yeah, that's a sealed one. Yeah, but I'd say definitely those are like two to look out for. If you're depending on like what you're into from the like a publisher standpoint. But I also just have a lot of random indie comics. Thanks, man. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I absolutely love to help out people find more comics to read. I think it's a volume of media that is like has very much been lost a little bit on some of the younger generations, because a lot of the people go for graphic novels, which are fine. I love a really good graphic novel. Rice Boy is fantastic. I've read a little bit of Third Voice, and that's fantastic. Heard Vaatu is great, all by the same author. But like a lot of the times, like it's good to sit down with like an older comic book and just read through it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, also if you haven't read it, The Last Ronin. The Last Ronin is fantastic. It is, it is one of the coolest, more recent comic books, I'd say. It's pretty cool. And I'm still waiting for that video game. Apparently it's gonna be, it's a Daredevil annual. Apparently it's gonna be like God of War. I don't really know how they're gonna pull that off. But we'll see. And there was like a lot of stuff that happened with the studio. This is the opened one. So I don't really know if like, yeah, no, not yet. Yep. Sorry, someone was yelling at me. What was I saying? Oh, the game. Yeah, apparently it's gonna be like God of War, some like the vintage God of War stuff. Like I think like 2 or 3 they said. I don't really know how they're gonna pull it off. I hope it's good. I'm really hoping it's good because I think there hasn't really been like a decent like non pixelated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game in a while. Because Shredder's Revenge was fantastic, which I highly recommend. It's a fantastic game to play with people. And so is like literally all of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games from literally any console that is 2D. The NES games are fantastic. Don't get me started about Turtles in Time. That is one of the best Turtles games ever, and one of the best Super Nintendo games. Which, like, again, fantastic. I love that so much. It's such a good game. Let's see here. This is Howard the Duck. Is there any information on issue? Yes, here we go. Howard the Duck number 11. Cool. But yeah, that's a fantastic game again that I really recommend. It's a lot of fun. We'll just do HWDD Howard the Duck. Number 01. So, and I can just copy this over. Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't get the price for. I didn't get the price for this one. I didn't get I didn't get the price for either of this. Hold on. Backtrack a minute. What was this? This was $2.95 in the U.S. Hold I didn't find the comic book price for this. How could I be so dumb? Can you grade comic books if they're still sealed in bags? That's a good question. I should look that up. What, Daredevil Annual number 9. I should also check and see if the goat's still ungraded. $3. $9.78. Not too bad. Could be more, could be less. I don't really. Again, I'm not really like. I don't buy comic books to sell them. Unless I like pay like $5 for a $200 comic. That's the difference. Yeah. What was I saying? I was saying something important. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's see if the. I want to see if the Galve goat has been burned yet. So if you don't know what that is, it's spelled Galve. It's still up. That's shocking. It's a massive goat that was made of straw. Is made of straw in Galve, Sweden. And the goat. Every year people try to burn it. It's illegal to burn it. You get like 3 months in jail for it and like a big fine. But people always try to burn it every year in Sweden, and it's just a massive thing made of like the frame is made of metal, and then like they just like layer on like a bunch of like hay and whatnot, and it's just massive goat, and people try to burn it every year. And I have an ongoing thing with my friend Chris, who talks more about comic books than I do on his channel, but. Oh, variant edition. Wow. But the thing is with that, I said that I would do something pretty crazy on stream if it doesn't get burned down. So fingers crossed that it doesn't get burned down, because I don't want to do what I said I'd do. When was this? December 2016. But yeah. The history with that is pretty cool. So, direct edition. And then, A, not applicable to this. $3.99 the US. All right. And then we'll just say average price. Gotta look her up. All right, then Howard the Duck, number 11. Let's look this guy up. $3. I think I paid $1 for this, the most recent convention I went to, so I'm not crying. I'm not crying about it. No spilled milk over here. Hee ho. I'm looking through comic books. Yeah. The Vinland Saga. No, oddly enough, yes and no. That sounds roughly familiar, but I'm also blanking on. I'm also blanking on it. Let me Google it real quick, because I think I know of it. Like, I've heard that name before, but I don't know anything about it. You know. Let's see. Ah, yes, the anime. I know of it. That's it. I don't know anything more. Is it a manga, or is it just an anime? I know that most anime started out as manga, or vice versa, or whatever, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't read many mangas. I read Uzumaki not too long ago and loved that. But I've never really watched too many other anime or read too many other manga. So it is a manga. It's a must read. I'll put it on my list. I'll put it on the list. I have a long list of stuff to read and stuff to get through. Yeah, but this front cover's pretty cool. I think this is supposed to be imitating an actual, like, painting artist. Again, I wish I had better lighting over here so you guys could see this better. But that's pretty cool. Alright, hold on. Let's see if I can see that. There you go, yeah, see? It's like a fancy Howard the Duck. It's pretty funny. It's so crazy that Howard the Duck appeared in the end credit scene of one of the Marvel movies. It's nuts. It's nuts that happened. I still can't get over that. It's so silly. It's so silly, but at the same time, it's just very goofy. Alright, Howard the Duck #1. Alright. Now, I think the other thing that I have in here is, like, some of these are... I know that, like, 2 or 3 of these are... Ooh. Yeah, like there's another Nick Fury comic. So I want to separate these out a little bit. And yeah, there's another Hulk. So I'm trying to, like, set them all next to each other in the thing. In the is there another? Yes, there is another Avengers. Okay. So let me fix this out here. So I want to have these next to each other in the what's it called? In the database. So the Nick Fury comic that I did, I'm going to add something beneath that. Because that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's 6. So I'll highlight 6 of these. Paste. And then delete this one. Because I want to have all my Nick Fury comic books next to each other. And all my Avengers comic books next to each other. Just make it easier to, like, if I need to look something up in the future. So. And I still need to read Akira. I keep seeing ads for Akira on the back of these things. I need to read that. You're... What? Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. This might be a big one. Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Volume 2, #1. This may be a biggin. This may be a top dollar one. Let's see. Let's see. We'll look it up in a minute. The suspense is killing me. I feel like I'm in a Tarantino movie. This will be Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And this is mint. I don't see anything wrong with it. Let me double check. No, wait. Little damage on the back. The corner's a little roughed up. Spine's cracked on the back. Yeah, no. I'd say fair. I wouldn't say it's anything. It's nothing to write home about. I'd go Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I'd say fair. I wouldn't say it's crazy. Volume 2, #1. Volume 2, #1, September 1989. Wow. September of 1989. Is that a capital S? It is a capital S. That's not a capital J in July, that's for sure. Oh, nope. I spelled that wrong. There we go. This is the newsstand edition, which is going to be pretty interesting. Do I have another comic book from 1989 so I can steal the data that I need? I do. 26% of comic books printed in 1989 roughly were sold at newsstands and were newsstand editions, and 63% of them were direct editions. So this is a bit of a rarity for it to be a newsstand. From what I can tell, I could be wrong. And again, that's like, sometimes it's very weird where, like, different ones are worth more money because they're newsstands, other ones are not. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1. Dude, okay, you can't do this to me, man. This is the wrong one. This is 1968 Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1. That's $35. $30,000 at a 9.8. That's not the one I have. Stop scaring me like that. Stop getting my hopes up for 2 seconds. What do I say? 89. Yeah, 89. Let's see here. $4. Fooey. Wait a minute. Is there a that's newsstands? $4.71. Like yeah, like see here. So this comic book here, right? This one here, because it has the barcode at the bottom. There's multiple different things you can see. Is there an example? Let me see if I can find a better example of a vintage direct edition. Hold on, I want to show you guys this. Yeah, like this right here. Yeah. So if this wasn't a sealed bag, you see how there's like the I hid that. You see how there's like a logo down there? That means it's a direct edition. Like 9 times out of 10. If there's a logo and not a barcode, that means it's a direct edition. That has a barcode, right? That's a direct edition. But if you look at this here, this has a barcode, but it says direct edition. So it's really weird. It gets into the nitty gritty of like what's actually written on the barcode at the same time as like why like year as well. Like because the thing is that the later you get into the lifespan of comic books being a thing, the less amount of newsstand versions exist. And that kind of makes it a little bit of like all over the place when it comes to like what is more expensive and what's not. There's a really, really good video. What's the difference between direct edition and others? Direct edition, so from what I understand, there was a thing back in the day called newsstands, and newsstands would be like you'd walk up and you'd have like Time Magazine, you'd have I don't know, Reader's Digest. You'd have all these magazines that people would buy. But then there's a little small section where there would be comic books. These newsstands were either like on the like corner, they were like actual like full building shops, they were little like shacks outside. So like newsstands were kind of just like everywhere. And they were specifically made little like shops or little corners of shops to sell various issues of magazines and comic books. So when you'd walk up to that from like the like late 60s all the way to like 1999-ish, when you'd walk up to those, there would be specific versions of comic books that were shipped to newsstands. And what became a problem was the pricing of things. For some reason, the print, I believe it was a combination of the print quality, the sizing, the weight, and just like everything for shipping. Getting a newsstand comic book was more expensive to get shipped to the store or to a newsstand. So those were more expensive for a newsstand to buy. So if you were a supplier, you could go into Marvel, say I want to buy 500 of these or 200 of these. It was more expensive to get the newsstand versions, which was the only versions you were allowed to sell if you had a newsstand. At some point in the mid to late 80s, comic book distributors or comic book people that were selling the comic books in their stores were like fed up. They were like, okay, well, here's the deal. These are very expensive. These are very expensive, and these aren't selling, right? I've made a heck of a big loss on these. So Marvel was like, all right, fine, we'll buy the comic books back from you for a little bit of a lower price than what you paid, but you still make some money back. And then people would get the comic books, and they'd say, fine. And then they'd ship them back to Marvel or a subsidiary of Marvel at like where Marvel owned the building it was being shipped back to. So they'd be like, okay, fine, here you go. But again, that's expensive to ship those because the newsstand versions were heavier and than the direct editions, just for weird reasons. And the sizings were sometimes are a little off too. But when you're looking at it from just a cost perspective, what people ended up doing is they'd start cutting like the comic books in half, or cutting like the front cover and the back cover off to just like save a little bit of weight, or they'd like fold in half to save size. So a lot of those ended up getting damaged when being sent back to Marvel. So that's another reason why newsstand editions, especially later newsstand editions, are a bit more rare than direct editions, because direct editions came along and they were just a cheaper version of newsstand versions. So Marvel and other comic book creators went, all right, fine, we'll make the direct edition. And there's literally no difference. There's no difference between like visually between the direct edition and that, except for the barcode, and that's about it. Or having direct edition physically written on the actual book. So it's just kind of a combination of like money for the time of like shipping and cost to make the book, and the selling costs that Marvel had to distributors, and just everything else. It's just a whole sea of mess. There's a really good video I watched a while ago. Hold on, let me find it. There's a really good video I watched a while ago about this, so you can let me see if I can find it. Nope, don't open that. There's a really good video that I watched on it. But for a guy, let's see here. Direct edition and newsstand. See if I can find it. Yes, this guy here. I will put the link in chat, and you can watch it if you want to. It is a very good video, and it explains it better than I can. So that guy knows what he's talking about, but that's pretty much roughly what I said. There may be one or two bits that I forgot and got wrong, but that's basically the gist of it. That's the only reason. That's like one of the major reasons, like why there's such a difference, is that it's just cost and shipping and the economy at the time, and just like a combination of just all that madness. So it's pretty interesting from a history perspective, at least in my opinion. A lot of people don't think it's that interesting, but yeah, that's basically the gist of the differences. Yeah, but again, visually, there's not really any difference, and you're not going to be missing any like content if you buy a direct edition versus if you buy a newsstand. There's no difference in content. It's just the front cover for the most part, and sometimes the back is different, or sometimes it says like different things on it. But yeah, it's like you're not going to be missing anything. It's just some are harder to find because of just a fewer amount of them were made in that edition. That's about it. So that's the gist. Hopefully that's helpful. Does the barcode mean direct edition? No, the barcode means newsstand. But if the barcode says direct edition on it, like this one here, then it's a direct edition. If that says direct edition there, and then there's a barcode. If there's just a barcode on it, then it's typically direct edition, right? But for like comic books past like 2000, I would say even like like slightly before 1999, if it has a barcode on it, I would take a look at the inside, and I'd take a look around and just see if it says direct edition anywhere else, because newsstands started to just not be a thing at one point. So like I'd say like anything past like 1998, 1997, you got to look kind of closer at it sometimes. But like the more recent the comic book, the less likely it is to be a newsstand, because newsstands just don't exist anymore. Unfortunately. A lost art, truly. And don't even get me started about vinyl records. I could tell you 20 ways to identify whether or not a vinyl is first printing or not. But then again, it's thanks, no problem, man. Hopefully that helps. But vinyl is a whole other beast, because you're looking at, for pressings of vinyl, it's very weird to like. There's no like singular tell for like whether or not a vinyl is a first pressing. Like there's no singular tell across like all vinyl. There's not like an exclamation point or like a red dot somewhere. It's all like just all over the place. With first pressings and whatnot. Like, for example, I have a pressing of Nat King Cole's A Christmas Song, right? Or whatever that song one is. It's a fantastic album. But because mine says, mine doesn't say stereo edition or whatever, it's the mono edition, which came out years later, and that edition, the one that says stereo edition's like, the first one or something like that. So like when you're looking at it from no, sorry, mine's the mono edition. It doesn't say stereo edition. If it said stereo edition, it would be an even later pressing of it. But then if you look at like Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, the inner paper circle of the vinyl is like slightly a different blue color, or it's a blue, whereas like the later one's red or black, or it's all over the place for vinyl, and I'm really not looking forward to doing that. Because then you also have to look at SLPS number, which is another just whole mess. But yeah, SLPS number is it's basically like an ISBN number for a book. It's just like says like what version it is. So if you're like a distributor or someone buying it to sell at your store, you can say I want 5 of SLPS number 515, and then they can just sell it to you or send it out to your way without having to say like I want Nat King Cole's A Christmas Song, and then you have to look through and find it. It's just like category wise easier to find it from a shipping standpoint. But yeah, like 9 times out of 10, you just get the SLPS number, throw it into Discogs, and you'll be able to tell what pressing it is. But it's annoying. It's annoying for vinyl. It's much easier for comic books. But this is a cool one. Avengers Fallout. There's Vision on the front cover. It's pretty cool. I don't know who that is. It's a pretty interesting character though. I assume that's got to be Fallout, unless it's not a character. Is that Adam? What's his name? Adam. Golden Adam. He shows up in Guardians of the Galaxy. What's his name? I don't remember. It's gonna bug me that I can't remember his name. Hold on. Let me Google this. Let me Google his name. Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock. Yeah, Adam Warlock. That's what I'm thinking of. I didn't even Google that. It just randomly came into my head. It looks like Adam Warlock, but I don't think it is. Because you know he's a bad guy for a bit. Spoiler. And then he like understands like he's been like brainwashed or something, or like told lies by like his creator, and then kind of like rebels, and then she goes like, "I'm your mother," and he goes, you didn't birth me. I'm like half robot," and then yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. They kind of skip over a lot of that in the movies. Like he is in the movies now, which is pretty cool. And they did pick a really good actor to play him, but they skipped over a lot of his like origin story and a lot of like what he did in the comics to just like condense it in the movies. And it's not terrible, right? But they're just missing a lot of context. Yeah, but I don't think I'm ever gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 ever again, because that was just one of the saddest movies. I hated. Oh man, I hated how not mint is just like damage in the corner. I'll put fair. There's just oh man, what happened with Rocket and like the other like animals in that movie? I can't, dude. That oh man, that just tore out my heart and crushed it, dude. 378, yeah. That was a really hard one, really hard movie to watch. But they did a good job with the bad guy though. I will admit I hated him the entire time. I feel like that's the one thing that a lot of superhero movies like. It's a lot of like what they lost, right? You take a look at Steppenwolf, from what was it? Justice League, I think. He's not a hateable character. Right? I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong. He did do a lot wrong. But, like, he didn't do anything. Oh, I'm going to punch you. Oh, I want to make your world look like mine. Like, okay. Oh, and that's going to make it inhospitable for humans? Okay, well, then I guess we have to stop you. But, like, whereas you take a look at, like, the bad guy from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, whose name I already forgot, like the Collector or whatever. He is evil, dude. He's evil. He like tortured animals to make like it's just he's awful. He's a terrible person because of the amount of awful things he did to characters that you like end up loving throughout the movie. Whereas Steppenwolf and like other characters, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything to make you emotionally angry and and angry at them. I just Justice League. I will never forgive how awful that movie is. I did not enjoy that one bit. There's nothing redeemable about that movie. It's just terrible. It's terrible. That's just my opinion, though. But yeah, that's my opinion. Everyone else can think whatever they want to about it, but I definitely think that they could have done a lot better job portraying Steppenwolf. Yep, Director's Edition, yeah, and how much as well. The other thing you have to keep in mind of as well, actually, when it comes to comic books, is cover price. So that's why I have the cover price on here in my thing. It's very weird. Um, Sometimes, like take for instance, let's go Chicago. Right, Chicago's a really big city. You say, hey, I'm a newsstand in Chicago. I like own like 10 newsstands in Chicago. I want 200 copies of Spider-Man number 35, right? So you'd send that over. The thing is, because they were in Chicago or in a larger city, sometimes Marvel or a comic book distributor would give them a different cover price. Excuse me, depending on where they are. So, like, for instance, there's a newsstand variant of Marvel Spider-Man number 1 that's like, and I'm probably wrong on this, but just as an example, like say 15 cents, right? Because that came out in 77. So that 15-cent newsstand copy, not a lot of them exist anymore because a lot of them were thrown away. Whereas in a smaller city, they may have sent over like a 35-cent one or have it be backwards. It doesn't matter. But when you're looking at the cover price of that, sometimes that can take into effect like how much a comic book's actually worth. And I'd say that's like the really weird nitty gritty thing about comic books. And like besides that, everything else is like there's nothing really else you got to be aware of besides like just average condition and whatnot. Then obviously signatures as well. I have no. Oh, I didn't put a tag. Did I put a tag on that one? I did. I did not put a tag on this one. But that's another thing you got to be aware of. It's just one of those weird things. Just one of those weird things. But yeah, I have no signed comic books. I haven't found anyone to get them. There was one of the cons I went to. There was like one of the writers for The Walking Dead there, which was pretty cool. But I didn't have any comic books to get signed by him, so. Ooh. No biggie, it's fine. I'll get something signed at one point. The thing is like when I meet like people to like celebrities and I bring stuff to get signed, I always try to think of like what's something that I think they've never signed before, right? And make it super unique. Like over there, like you can't see it, but just off camera, I have a never opened copy of not copy, but a never opened box of SpongeBob Kraft mac and cheese that I got signed by Tom Kenny like years ago. And then over back the opposite direction, this way, I have a copy of Spy Kids on VHS, never opened, that I got signed by Danny Trejo. Right? And I don't think he's ever signed something like that before, because his face when he saw it was like his mouth was wide open. So either he was yawning or he was very shocked, which was pretty funny. So yeah, that was definitely like he was really interesting to meet, I'll tell you that much. He didn't say much. I didn't really say much either. It's kind of awkward, but really nice guy. I'll tell you who was a bit grumpy though was the guy who was in the Yoda costume for Star Wars, what, 5 and 6, I think. Not the voice, but the guy who was in the costume. He apparently was every single Oompa Loompa in the original, like, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, too. Which is kind of wild to, like, know about that. It's kind of wild. And then, like, afterwards, I'm like, I want to read up on this and, like, know how they did this, because that movie came out really before CGI. Absolutely insane what he had to do, man. What he had to do to be every single Oompa Loompa in that movie's nuts. It was crazy. They had to, like, superimpose, like, different versions of himself onto the film. So he had to, for every single Oompa Loompa on there, he had to, like, move in a spot where he never had previously, so as not to make them overlap. So what he ended up doing was he ended up, like, there was a scene where, like, they're all, like, dancing and like, swimming in chocolate, like, what's aerobatic dancing or whatever? What's it called? Like, not figure dancing, the fancy dancing that they do. And he had to do that at one point, but it's like 10 versions of himself. And there was no CGI, there was no whatsoever. So he had to swim in exactly the opposite way that he previously did, or exactly in a way that he didn't previously, so that his hands or his, like, shoulder or his head doesn't overlap in, like, an impossible way with a previous version of himself that would be superimposed upon the film. And he had to do that in every single instance that there was multiple Oompa Loompas interacting with each other. Absolutely crazy, dude. Insanity that he was able to do that. I have a lot of respect for the fact that he was able to do that. Alright, Avengers Volume 3, number 33, October 2000. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's worth Googling and looking into. I don't remember his name, but he either didn't know English very well or he was very grumpy. Because I tried saying, like, thank you for, like, what you did and making my childhood, and he didn't really say, like, much. But again, no idea why. So, interesting guy there. Oh wait, crap. Howard the Duck. Probably part of a mini-series. I don't have... Hold on, let me Google that. Howard the Duck, number 11. I don't know the volume of that one. Let's see here. Howard the Duck, number 11. When was that? 2011? Yeah, no, 2016. I just noticed I don't have the volume written down for it. Da, 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 da. Huh. It doesn't say. I assume it's from a miniseries then. Huh. Weird. Do you use any specific sites when finding the values of comics? It depends. Price charting is pretty good. I normally use price charting for all my video games, which I have a lot of. But price charting is pretty decent at it. For the more, like, obscure comics, I haven't put any more recent Image comics into there yet because I haven't got to that section of my my collection. But typically, right now I'm using price charting for a lot of these. But when you look at this from like, just, like, generally, like, looking at websites, oh, that's a real look at that spread page. That's so cool. When you look at it from, like, website perspective, My Comic Shop, I believe it's called, is pretty decent. Is that one that I used at one point, I think. Yeah, My Comic Shop is pretty decent. It's kind of weird The way that they list out the price, that one works. Price charting's great. You just do like Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes number, and then like 275 or whatever, enter, and it'll bring you to like either directly to the page or a list of like comic books with that number. There's some that are like really weird. Like for instance, yesterday I was going through like my random Marvel comic books that have nothing to do with superheroes, and for some reason the movie adaptation comic books of the first RoboCop movie popped up, but the comic book adaptations for the second RoboCop movie just didn't exist in the database at all, ever, nowhere. So I couldn't find it there, and then I couldn't find it on my comic shop. I couldn't find it. It's super strange. So I would say that the three things would do is price charting my comic shop, or just straight up looking at it on eBay, and grabbing like 5 or 10 prices, averaging those out. Looking at sold listings is helpful too. That's like a big thing. I just realized my category is set to gaming. What would I do for this? Yeah, it's fine. I can do entertainment, I guess. Nah, I'll leave it at gaming. It's fine. Who cares? Yeah, I'd say price charting my comic book, or just going on eBay and looking through like, just like an average of like 5 or 6 sold listings of a comic. It will give you a general idea of its like value. Going off of convention prices is kind of not a good idea, because a lot of the times, like, you got to pay for the booth, you got to pay for like getting all your stuff there, you got to pay for travel, you got to pay for all that. So 9 times out of 10, comic book prices are very inflated. Other times, you can go to comic book conventions and find like $4 comics for $1. And you can spend like $20 or $30 and get like 30 or 40 comics, depending on like what their pricings are. Because a lot of these are like, again, are like pretty all over the place in terms of actual value. But it's still pretty cool to like, and you can ask any of my friends whatsoever about this, but they'll always say like, uh-oh, Jax found a box of comic books. We're gonna be here for 10 hours. And that is true. Like, yeah, I flipped through a lot of comic books to try to find ones that I want, or like specific like issues I'm looking for, or like specific things I'm like trying to find and whatnot. But yeah, I would say like doing eBay price charting or my comic shop, I think, are the 3 big ones I'd say is worth looking through. So excuse me, 2000, not applicable. This was, how much was this back in the day? $2.25. Don't you miss when they were 15 cents? I miss when they were 15 cents. I wasn't alive then, but I wish they were 15 cents. That would be nice. 33. So Earth's Mightiest Heroes, number 33. Enter. And I think like sometimes, what the heck? The other thing I think happens with, let's find this. What the heck? Why is this not working? The other thing that you have to look at when it comes to price charting is, they don't really list the volume all that often, right? But like if volume 3 of Spider-Man got to like 297, but volume 2 only got to like 150, if you type in Spider-Man number 297, it's gonna immediately go to the page because that's the only one that exists. Whereas if I look up Avengers number 33, here's like 5 different volumes that popped up. So, and it's not popping up when I search Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes number 33. Which is strange. This comic book's not appearing. Why is this not? There we go. Yep, 2000. Found it. $2. But yeah, like right there, like for instance, this is The Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That's the name of the comic book series. But I just put in Avengers number 33 and then it appeared. So you got to kind of get weird with how you search it up. You got to change up like the title a little bit to try to find it. If you've gone price charting, but Yeah, it's what's going on. Let me make sure I'm still listening to Stream Beats. I'm not getting copyright striked. That's not Stream Beats. Why are you playing? I'm glad I checked that. No, okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. No, nothing. I'm fine. I'm not getting copyright striked currently. That's good. Anyways. Oh my god. Jeez. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna get through this stack. This is taking a bit. I'll get to this other Hulk comic, and then I may call it for now. I'll definitely keep doing this, though. This is fun. Just pretty chill. Just sitting talking about comic books, nerding out about comic books. Alright, Hulk. Where's the Hulk comic that I just put in? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll just go 1, 2, oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll say Hulk number 2. Marvel. Do you have any set days when I stream? I just graduated college, so I plan to stream mostly on Friday nights and Saturdays, and I plan to do videos like once or twice a week, maybe. I will probably be I will probably be live streaming again tomorrow, most likely, unless something crazy happens. I'm starting to get into a bit of a why did I open that and didn't even look at what I needed to look at? A little bit of a schedule, a little bit. I keep saying I want to have one, but I sadly do not at the time. But yeah, mostly Fridays and Saturdays. Around probably around 6, I'd say, eventually, when I get sort of my feet under me after graduating. So that's kind of when I'm going to be doing that. And then I have a podcast I do with my friend Spencer that's going to be up once a month. Now that, again, I have more time for it. Looking at this from a in general content stuff, I don't normally do comic book stuff. This is the very first stream I ever did about comic book stuff. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do more videos on it. I plan to. I want to do another stream where I look through more of these. But I normally do gaming with my friends. I do comedy stuff here and there, but I'm just kind of all over the place. It's kind of whatever I want to do it, whenever I want to do it. You know, YouTube for me is just a hobby, right? I don't think that's really something that, what did I write down for these? Hold on, what did I write down for these? Hold on, I wrote $3. I'll go back through and probably change these a little bit. What the heck? Wait, what did... Oh, no, it was the Hulk. It was the Hulk one. Where is it? Energy Thunderbolts. Here we go. Alright, no, this is not working for me. What's this music? No. This isn't working for me. Get shuffle off. Let's do something chill. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stick to doing, why is that blue? What's going on? No, I don't want that to be blue. What's going on with this? Yeah, no data, and then don't underline it. Yeah, typically just gonna be streaming Fridays, Saturdays. uploads like once a week is my plan. And then I have a lot of other like really cool projects on the way. I'm not going to say anything about them yet because I have like nothing, like pretty much nothing done for them yet because I have just been kind of coming down after doing homework for as long as I have. So I'm kind of coming down from that, trying to get like into the next grind of like working on my own projects, which I'm looking forward to. Very much looking forward to. So gonna continue with the YouTube channel. I got a couple of other things that I have working on like in the background. I'm excited for those. Those are gonna be a lot of fun. Those are gonna be really cool. And that project does involve comic books and vinyl and like vintage stuff. I have vintage stuff is really what I got into during 2020 and collecting stuff and whatnot. I was gonna wear one of my vintage T-shirts during this stream, but I did not. But yeah, like vintage clothes and vintage like records and vinyl and what's the same thing? Vinyl records, laser discs, VHS, stuff like that's really what I got into, and comic books during that time. So, and retro video games, that's another thing. And that project has a lot to do with like all of those topics and like topics I'm very passionate about. And yeah, I'm very excited to have that project more underway. Once I'm done with my little vacation here. Where is it? Morbius Hulk. But I'm looking forward to that. You know, I'm looking forward to what did I write for that? Marvel True Believers. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Well, no, you guys will know more about that. I don't imagine it'll take me too long to get the prototype out. So probably like, I don't know, June, roughly. I'll actually have more of like, it is still True Believers #1. But yeah, I imagine around June I'll have more information on that. I know it's quite a while, but like, it's gonna take me a minute to actually like get the ball rolling on that. But I'm looking forward to getting that out in the world so people can enjoy it and people can bit of a hint on what it is. Read what it is and enjoy it. So, all right, I'll get through this guy here and then I'm gonna get going. This is a bit of an odd one, right? It's a bit of an odd one. It's really weird. Like Winter Soldier, The Bitter March, Part 1. Front cover is a bit of an oddball. It's a bit of an odd one. But yeah. Let's see here. So, what would I write for this? So let's write Win. W-I-N for Winter Soldier. Oh, you know what? I apologize for not asking. Did you have a good Christmas, Monkey Brain? Did you have a good holidays? I feel bad for not asking. I apologize. Nope, that's an ad. Yes, how was my Christmas? My Christmas was great. Oh, here we go. April 2014. All right. No idea what this is. but this is number one. Let's see, 2014. 2014. And the weird thing about this is, oh no, never mind. It does say direct edition. Yeah, it was a good Christmas. I got some pretty cool stuff. I got some money from my grandma, which is cool. So I'm looking at what I want to buy with it. I'll probably get a new camera, to be honest with you. A new DSLR, so I'm gonna take some more photos. I've been getting more into photography. So yeah. I assume this is volume 1 of this, because this seems like it's a mini-series. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's my email. Oopsies. Nobody saw anything. No one saw my private email. Let's see here. The Bitter Martin 1 2014. Yeah, $4. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. The Comics Pro version is $117 ungraded. Ugh. Yeah. All right. Sorry. That is my 5 minutes. That's my roommate yelling at me to help with something. So I am going to leave it here. $4. But yeah, set stream days, probably Fridays, Saturdays. Set days for videos, I don't really know. I've normally done like Thursdays or Wednesdays. You know, I feel like what I want to do is not promise anything, right? I don't want to promise that like a stream will happen on a specific Friday or a specific Saturday. I don't want to promise that, right? But at the same time, like, I know that's typically when I'm going to have the time to do it. I'm going to typically have the time to do it on Friday nights, Saturday nights. And then occasionally, for if it's an event or whatnot, I'll be able to do it on weekdays. But I feel like I'll have more of an idea what my actual schedule is going to be, like mid-January. But assume Saturdays. And if I'm not live tomorrow night, I'll probably be live on Sunday. It is Friday today, yeah? No, it's Thursday. What am I talking about? Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow. What am I talking about? I thought it was Friday. I've lost it, guys. I've lost it. I apologize. But yeah, I'll probably be live tomorrow then. So, but yeah, typically Fridays and Saturdays, but I guess I just have time today. I thought today was Friday. I've lost it. I have lost it. I've lost the moon. What the? Oh no. Ah, crap. That's not good. How the heck did that happen? I tore the tape underneath the tape, and now I'm pulling 2 strands of tape. How did that happen? Oh well, it's still sticky. It doesn't matter. All right. Winter number 1. That was so strange. Weird. That was so weird. All right. Alrighty. So I will be back streaming tomorrow, probably starting around the same time. When did I start this? Somebody think you dropped frames. Why did that happen? Uh-oh. About 2 hours ago. It's around 3 o'clock. Yeah, oh yeah, 3 or 4 o'clock-ish maybe. So when I'll be streaming tomorrow, most likely. If not, I'll do a community post saying that I won't be, just so people know. It won't wait up. But Um, yeah, you know, this was pretty fun sitting here talking about comic books and nerding out. So I still got a lot more to get through. I probably have like an extra like, oh man, like 60, 70 more to go through maybe, because I still have all of this stack here, and then like a full stack of like 30 indie comics and like maybe another 40, or another like 20. Yeah, probably like 60ish more comics to get through. Um, including probably after this even. So yeah, and I'll probably like grab some of the other cool ones I've already gone through off stream and show them off on camera as well and talk about them a little bit tomorrow. Because I feel like there's just a little bit that you guys have missed, because you're not seeing some of the more interesting ones that I have. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. So we'll go through this. I don't know if I'm gonna go through the same with my final. That's another like large section of my collection. But I'll probably do. We'll do the rest of my comic books on stream. I may have Chris on to help out with that and to just talk about them. But yeah, Happy New Year. If I don't stream tomorrow, Happy New Year. I'll probably stream before the New Year or around it. But hope you guys have a happy one. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Eat some food, drink some water, do some stretches. Tell your mother how much you love her, and whatnot. You know, it's important. Holiday season, be around people you love. So, all right, I'm gonna save this Excel file. I didn't do that in a while. Uh-oh. All right. Have a good day. Yep, you too, man. See ya. See you guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.